Hey, what's up everybody? This is going to be a little do-it-yourself project from home. It's going to be for a stealth box on a Honda Accord 2022 EXL hybrid. This is a 4-door, so you could get an idea what the trunk space looks like. Right now it's all empty. So I'll be planning it on the driver's side. I just got my light over here. Anyways, some of the products I'll be putting in this will be JL Audio W3 12-inch V3 2 ohms. I got the RD 501 JL Audio amp. I got some Stinger wiring 4 gauge. I got the Subwoofer volume, the bass knob, and I got the Grille for the speaker. All right, here I got the materials I'm going to be using to create the stealth box. I got plenty of fiberglass resin from Bondo. Never know how much you're going to use, but get plenty. I got some fiberglass mats. It's just a cloth. Rip it up and use it with the Bondo fiberglass resin. Over here I got some Bondo filler. It's a paste. I got the Loctite adhesive spray, some wire loom, 1/4 inch, 25 foot, run through the car. I got some trunk liner, it's just carpet. Got the 12-inch MDF ring with the speaker terminal right there. And back there I got a pillow, which I'm just gonna cut open and use the polyfilm from it to put inside of the stealth box. All right, so I'm gonna be covering this left side of the trunk, the driver's side, with a bunch of blue tape, and then I'm gonna start applying my coats of fiberglass resin. All right, so I got some prep work done. Bunch of blue tape, taped it all over the area that I'm gonna be working on. Got some plastic covering so I don't get any resin or anything on top of the liner of the trunk and the exterior. I don't expect it to go on the outside of the car, but you never know, something drips. All right, so now that I got a couple layers of fiberglass with the resin, gotta let it cure, and then we got our mold. All right, so here's how the finished product looks like after the resin hardens and cures. You get a nice mold of the inside of the trunk of the car. Took off all the blue tape, which took a while to do, but all in all, came out pretty good. All right, so it's the next day. I let the resin cure overnight. It's completely dry, so I put it into the car. Wanted to see what it looks like. Made a little outline of areas I'm gonna cut out, and we'll go from there. All right, so I cut out the edges using a jigsaw, and I sanded them down. This is what it looks like. All right, so here I made a little bit more cutout, sanded it down. I wanted to get that hook available. I don't think I'm gonna be using it much, but because it was gonna be on the back side of the box, I didn't want it to rattle with the base. Hopefully it avoids it, but it's usable, so there it is. All right, so now that I got the box shaped to size, I get to put the ring on. Mounted it with a couple of screws and pieces of wood. Cut them to size to fit perfect and give good support. Next thing would be to make the cutout for the terminal. All right, so here's what the terminal hole looks like. It's not the prettiest hole, but it'll work. I used the little spacer that it comes with it to make the outline for the circle, and then went from there. But it should work. All right, now onto the front. I'm gonna cover it with the fleece blanket, tie it really good so it gets all the crevices out. Make it look nice and smooth, so when we put the resin, it just hardens and shapes to the liking. All right, so here's somewhat of a finished product. The resin is now hard. The edges have been cut and shaved. Be nice and smooth. I painted it black just for the color. Next thing would be to add the carpet lining and insert the terminal. Here's what the inside looks like. Alright, I got the terminal installed. I used some liquid nails, adhesive to seal the edges around the terminal. I used a 14 gauge speaker wire, which I just taped up so it doesn't move around as I continue working on the box. I soldered the wire into the terminal bay. Here's what it looks like from the inside. Here's the liquid nails I used, heavy duty construction adhesive. Alright, here's the back side. Drilled in and screwed in. Alright, the carpet's on. Just gotta get the glue to cure a little bit longer and it should be good. Alright, I got the carpet laid out. The glue needs to settle a little bit to dry. The cutout done. The edging. I had to stretch the fabric a little bit just to make sure it molds, but it came out pretty good. And here's what the product looks like inside the trunk. Nice and flush, nice and straight. Doesn't obstruct the liner in here. Got easy access. Alright. Alright, so here I have the polyfill installed. I used some of the adhesive spray that I used to put the carpet liner outside. Sprayed it through the inside of the box and added the polyfill all over. Not sure if it's overkill, but we'll see what it sounds like when it's installed. All right, here's the outcome. Finished product. Very happy with the turnout. A few days of work, but it was worth it. You see a little bit of the glue still needs to cure. But overall, very clean to my liking, and hopefully to anybody viewing.